¿Qué tal, amigos y amigas de Trail Running Review? Estamos en el Nike Trail Camp, que en este caso hemos montado o han montado aquí en Chamonix 2024 con especialistas técnicos de Nike, en este caso gente responsable de Footwear, del calzado, textil, Apparel y gear. Y tenemos muchas preguntas que hacerles. I'm saying sorry for that's good. So I'm introducing you on the video, so you're the expert for footwear, textile, gear, right, and everything in textile. So I was asking about textile. We talk about prototypes in footwear, shoes, everything, right? Do you guys work with prototypes in textile, and how you, get to conclusion to what is good and what is not that good?
Yeah. So in apparel, we have a similar design process as the footwear teams.
Yep.
Slightly different calendar, but very similar process. So we, like Brendan mentioned earlier today, we also follow a 18-month to 2-year
Yep.
Development calendar where we start by gathering insights. We brief our design team, tell them what's working, what's not, what needs to change, and any updates we're trying to make
Okay.
to get product really dialed for consumers. And then from there, after they come up with a design, we go through an extensive prototyping, fitting, and testing phase where prototypes come in. We put them on a live fit model
Okay.
to see how they're fitting on a human, see how they're moving on a human, and then send them off for wear testing if needed to
Okay.
work with consumers across the globe to make sure that all of the performance benefits that we were trying to achieve, all of the fit changes we were trying to make are checking the boxes. And if they're not, we make those changes.
You said the process, how long time did you say?
Between 18 months and 2 years.
Ok, básicamente que este proceso de testing que les lanzaba de prototipos, en este caso de textil, dura aproximadamente entre unos 18 meses y prácticamente creo que he dicho 22, 23 aproximadamente, con lo cual os podéis hacer un poco la idea y que hacen todo este proceso finalmente para llegar al consumidor final y que incluso lo puedan llegar a probar. Did you use the same product, the same samples for the athletes? The elite athletes? I mean, I don't know, in OCC someone is wearing any prototype in t-shirts or pants or...
Yeah, the team that makes the product that is given to our sponsored athletes is
Yep.
a different group
Okay.
at Nike than the product that we make, but we work really closely with them to share materials, share feedback,
Okay.
And then scale whatever that team is learning from the professionals into our line where it makes sense.
Do you do the same with the consumer, the global consumer?
Yeah, so the global consumer process, that's the one that takes a little bit
Okay.
longer since it's mass market.
Yep.
But it's a two-way road of sharing information, sharing materials where it makes sense, sharing storage solutions where it makes sense, especially talking about pockets and trail. That's something that both professional runners need and non-professional runners
Exactly.
need it. Everyone needs it.
Yep.
So those are details that we work closely with the team that makes those uniforms to bring to life.
Ok, good. Bueno, básicamente nos comenta esto, que a la hora de, no solo lo hacen con los atletas de élite que por ejemplo están corriendo por aquí en UTMB, sino que también cuando llegan al consumidor para saber un poco características de todos los productos, incluso con pantalones, los bolsillos, ¿no? Los míticos bolsillos que muchas veces necesitamos para almacenar cosas, pues igual que el élite los necesita, el corredor de montaña popular como podríais ser vosotros, nosotros o cualquiera de aquí, también los necesita, con lo cual interesante. Talk about a little bit about shoes. You are presenting on introducing this afternoon the new Wild Horse and the Kiger, right? So, since you are wearing or you are putting Vibram outsole on yours on the Ultrafly and the Zegama, it was a change for the brand. I mean, taking your own outsole and now getting Vibram outsole, it changing. I mean, the feedback from the not just from the lead, also from the consumer.
Definitely, yeah. So Vibram is really the industry leader when it comes to traction.
Yep.
It's tried and true, and so that gives our athletes a lot of confidence. That was the reason why we've strategically partnered with them
Okay.
on models like you mentioned, like the Ultrafly, the Zegama, and now with the Kiger 10.
Yep.
And at the same time, as I mentioned earlier, with the Wild Horse 10 has our Nike ATC compound,
Yep.
all-terrain compound, and that's a compound that we also really believe in, and we're going to continue to innovate on. So in partnership with people like our chemical engineering
Yep.
team, our innovation team, we're going to continue to refine that and have it continually improve, just like we try to do with every other component on our shoes.
Okay, so we will probably see on the future more models, or maybe the Wild Horse with Vibram.
It's a good question. We're going to strategically continue to partner with Vibram on those pinnacle level models, and we're also going to continue to innovate around our own compound, Nike ATC compound, because again, it's something that we really believe in, and it's going to continue to get better and better, particularly with wet traction and across varying terrains.
Great. Creo que más o menos ha quedado resumido. Le he preguntado sobre Vibram, ya lo habéis visto que lo van incorporando cada vez a más y más modelos, y que un poco el partner principal de la marca sea este también es por ya no solo el nivel que o dónde pone a la marca, sino también a nivel de durabilidad, tracción de la suela y un poco el performance de la propia zapatilla. Right now you are probably the top brand in roadside, so probably if you go to a marathon you will see Vaporflies, Alphaflies, whatever, right? You're probably right now you already have a good collection for trail running, 5-6 models, you can use whatever you need, right? But actually right now, if you can see in shoe countings, you are not, at least right now, on the, let's say, top 5 brands, right? How do you manage that, and how do you want to change that thing probably, and when do you think Nike could be on this top 3, top 5 brands in trail? That's a good question and tough question, but
no, it's great. I think as you mentioned, like we're really leading, particularly within the road and racing space, in particular, and so we partner incredibly closely with our innovation team, with our road running team to scale those innovations and fine tune them appropriately for trail models. So when you look at a model like the Ultrafly, that really was born out of the inside of our elite athletes saying, hey, I want an Alphafly, I want a Vaporfly for the trails. And so the team rigorously tested and iterated those prototypes with our elite athletes and our everyday athletes to be able to deliver that proposition to all of our consumers within the marketplace. And so we've seen a lot of success with that model. Our Vaporfly 2 is also within that prototyping phase. You actually see some of our athletes racing in it tomorrow. And so it's giving us tremendous confidence that we're continuing to improve, and we know we're going to continue to see our athletes on podiums, as well as continue to win within the market, because Nike is a running company. It's in our DNA, and so we're going to continue to serve runners across road, track, and trail.
Good, that's a good point. Le comentaba básicamente que sabemos, ¿no?, de ciencia cierta que Nike probablemente en el mundo del asfalto es una de las marcas líder, si no la líder. En el mundo del trail todavía en este momento no se encuentran en esa cúspide, en ese top 3, top 5 de marcas, pero un poco la progresión de la marca que ellos ven en el futuro, y sobre todo con modelos, por ejemplo, como la Ultrafly, que adopta mucho, por ejemplo, de la Vaporfly, y de nuevas versiones y continuidades, va a hacer que la marca cada vez posicione más y más en ese intento de liderato en el mundo del trail running. Last question about backpacks. I don't know if I can ask you someone about backpacks. Yeah. Okay. So are you planning to launch a new or anything new in, at least in backpack side?
Yeah. So we have a really great accessories team that we work closely with, who's currently working on prototyping and testing new running vests, belts, and bags. So we're really excited to bring that into the line eventually. Currently, right now, we're testing on athletes.
Can we see it tomorrow, probably, or?
You might see it. I don't know. It might be out there on an athlete. But I think what is most important is that we try to, when you look at all of the apparel and all the footwear that we offer, is that we try to offer something for everyone. And we truly understand that the needs of trail runners it's a wide spectrum. And so we just hope to make sure that as we grow and as we evolve as a trail running brand, we can continue to add the necessities needed to make sure that athletes can have the best days and be successful out on the trail, whether it's a pack, whether it's shorts, whether it's shoes.
Good. So, I mean, we talk about a little bit of tech, gear, shoes, backpacks. We think we got everything we need. So thank you guys for your time, and hope to see you in the future. Sure. Thank you. Aquí los tenéis. Hasta la próxima, amigos.